Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. It is Friday, the 24th of July. This is our weekly recap. If you're getting this, it goes out to everybody on YouTube and my email list, as well as my members. If you want to learn more about me, please come over to smartoptiontrade.com. And if you want live alerts and learn what we do in the trading room, please click on here for more details. All right, so let's just go back and refresh this week. And it's been a really interesting week in the markets. So week started with Monday. We got this big candle up. We had a big move up in the markets, took out this previous high, which had been resistance and been holding us back, moved up on Tuesday, gapped up and came down, reversed it back on Wednesday. Yesterday, we had a big bearish engulfing candle on the markets, and we have follow through today. And with an hour to go, we're under the 21-day on the SPY. Volume is very summer-like. Nothing to see here. There's no real selling. But we have seen this going on. The other thing going on here is the Qs. The Qs have been the weak link below the 21-day. Been trying to push back above it today, hasn't been able to get there yet. And lastly is the VIX. The VIX here got back below the 200-day today. This is good, by the way. This is a good sign. We briefly were above the 200-day again today. We came back below it. If we close under it, I think we're okay. So you're asking me what's going on here? The truth of what's going on here is at this point, when you look at the SPY and the action today and what's going on is tech earnings haven't been that great so far. And what I mean by that is that if you're buying Apple or Microsoft, you look at specifically Microsoft, Intel, Netflix, Tesla, their earnings were good. Guidance was weak on most of them and just not enough to keep moving the needle. And remember, tech outran everything. So we're kind of seeing that little bit coming in here. And while the banks have been trying to wake up, they just have not yet been able to go. And that's really been part of the problem. We can't get the banks to wake up, right? The banks still sitting there going sideways. They've been banging their head against this fib level all week. Can't push. Energy remains out of play. Okay, here it is. Biotech, after big news over the with Pfizer this week, we've sold off. Look at this big dump we've seen in biotech. And it's making for a very, very choppy market as we go into next week, which is a massive, massive earnings week. Pick a name: McDonald's, Boeing, Chevron, ExxonMobil, to give some examples there. Elsewhere, you also have names like Google and Apple and Amazon, Facebook, AMD, to name a few. So very big earnings week that are really going to decide probably the direction of this market as we go into next week. And that's to keep in mind. So what was really good this week? Well, AMD was the bomb this week. It gave multiple trades. So, here's today, this move up, not on news, but on Intel's failure. Intel's failure, this huge gap up and huge move in AMD today. On Wednesday, we got a huge move. We gave most of it back on Thursday, and here's your continuation. That was just incredible today. Big money made on that all over the place here with that one today. What else was good this week? Micron gave a beautiful trade yesterday, but it couldn't hold, and you got this big gap down today. And it just goes to show you that this market remains tough. There's nothing wrong with it, but right now they keep coming in, they're buying things, and nothing's going on. You can see here on the left, we had a flow in AMD all week. We had some Sonos in play. Pins has been getting flow left, right, and center. It hasn't gone anywhere yet ahead of earnings, but they're coming in, and they continue to hit those November 26 calls. So really interesting action there. What else was good this week? It was a tough week. Traded DraftKings a couple times. DraftKings is trying to perk up here, holding in the range, just not ready to break free yet. APT was good this week, gave some trades as it tried to continue to push up here with everybody wearing masks. But outside of that, it was an interesting week. There wasn't a lot to do in terms of that. There were places to go. Twitter gave some nice trades. Nice yesterday on earnings was in that. Microsoft, obviously, weak here, down all the way to the 50-day. Facebook also weak, down below the 50-day, showing problems. Apple, which had been strong. How strong had Apple been? Apple had been one of the leaders in this market, had been above the 8-day since all the way back. You go back into this run, you can look at it. It's closed above the 8-day every day since back here into April 21st. Cut through it yesterday and cut through the 21-day and came all the way down to the bottom of the Bollinger Band where it reversed today, showing some problems here. And so what the market's saying here is this is an inflection point. Think carefully here. decide what you want to do, decide what you want to be in as we go into next week. If earnings continue to be meh and guidance poor, the market may come in a little bit. You know, have your names ready, have what you want to play ready to go, see what's out there. If the market, if we get some good earnings from names like Amazon next week and Apple and Google, we could run some more. So bottom line, it's a time to be a little bit more cautious here, see what happens, see where the market wants to go. I continue to watch DraftKings. I don't think this thing is done yet. We just had an announcement that football will be back. They came to an agreement. We have baseball came back last night. Go Yankees with their first victory of the year over the Nationals. Sorry, guys, for the National fans. And we get NBA back next weekend and the NHL coming back. So bottom line is we're about to get a lot of sports coming in, and that could be very good for this name. Or if you don't like DraftKings so much, you can focus on Penn. So hope everybody had a nice week. It's been a very good month in July. We have 1 week left. Hope everybody's doing well, and I'll catch you all bright and early on Monday morning. Charts on Sunday.